Hello everyone and welcome back to the session of the best mate in 3. My name is Nitzan Steinberg, Grandmaster from Israel, and today we will do it again. Another time we can do it. And before I will start, I really want to mention thank you very much every subscribe and every like in my YouTube channel. I really recommend you to click on here and to change it for all, to have all the updates whenever I'm going to live and upload the video. So thank you, and don't forget to like the smash button of the like, and we're here. Let's do it again. So mate in 3, we can do it, and let's start. So the first exercise, what do we have here? King against king. Oh, sorry, I'm joking. Queen against queen, a rook against rook, bishop against bishop, bishop against knight, a knight against knight, and we are down rook. How can we win it? So the king is not safe at all here, and we need somehow to open it. So what do you think about the first move? Queen takes f7. Okay, so the king must take it. We are sacrificing a queen, and now knight to e5. We are doing the discovery check, the double check. Rook is giving a check to this king, knight is giving a check, and now the king has two options. For example, king e8. Now we can understand that the king cannot go anywhere from here, so we must attack it. How can we do it? Rook f8. It's a checkmate immediately. And for example, king e6, also one option. And now we understand that the king can be here in this spot and also on this spot on d5. So how can we attack it to avoid this diagonal? So we must bring the bishop to this diagonal. Bishop c4. It's a checkmate immediately with this bishop, with this knight, of course, and the rook. Checkmate by 4 pieces. Unbelievable one. Let's do another one. Come on. So on this position, what do we have here? Queen against queen, rook against rook, rook against rook, and bishop against bishop. As you can see, the bishop is not in the same color. So when we are attacking, our advantage, because his bishop cannot help in the defense. So let's do it. What about the king's safety? Oh, the king is very in the center. So how can we do a check? For example, rook g5. You can do it in your head. I promise you can do it. So rook g5, where this king can go. Here he cannot go because of this bishop. To g7 also cannot be possible because the rook and also the bishop, right? And so the must be move king h6. Black must play the move king h6. And after it, let's do it. So king h6, and now we have a very beautiful sacrifice. As you can see, the king from here cannot go anywhere, so we must attack it. But how can we attack it? So bishop g7 cannot be played because rook takes g7. So we must sacrifice our queen. Queen to f8, it's a check. And king must, the king cannot go anywhere, so rook must take the queen, and now bringing the bishop to g7. It's a checkmate with this bishop and this rook, and the king is losing 1-0. Let's do another one. Okay, so in this position, oh, this is a beautiful one. Rook against rook. We have 5 pawns against 3 pawns. We are down a bishop, but we have 2 pawns for it, and the king cannot go anywhere. So how can we win it? So for example, g3, it's not working because king h3, and the king is survived, right? Wants to take the h2 pawn and also to go away on g2. So how can we win it? So for example, what do you think about the move rook g3? Quiet move, but you have a very, very strong attack idea. Rook h3 is a checkmate. So for example, rook g3, he will play the move bishop e6 because he wants to avoid from rook h3 checkmate. And we will play the rook h3 move. Can you see it in your head? Let's try. So rook g3, bishop a6, rook h3 check. He must take with a bishop, right? And after it, we will play the move g3. And this will be a checkmate because king cannot be played to h3 because here there is a bishop. So let's do it. Rook g3, the best move in the position. We're threatening mate in 1. So bishop e6 is the only move. We're playing the move rook h3. We are sacrificing the rook. Bishop takes h3, and now g3. Another quiet move, and it's a checkmate. So the idea was just to block this square from the king. Okay? I really want to know in the comment below if you understand this very, very beautiful exercise. So let's do the 4-1. Okay, this position, or crazy position, we have queen against queen, bishop against bishop, bishop against bishop, knight against knight, two rooks of course against two rooks, so we are down a knight. We have 6 pawns against 6 pawns, so we are down a knight, a full piece. But what can you say about the king? Oh, the king is not feeling well, right? He's in the center and maybe we can attack it. So for example, you know, I see two moves that are winning absolutely the game. Yes, we have two solutions, I think. Yes, we have two solutions. As I see, yeah, two solutions is good. So the first solution is just to play the move knight c7, a check. What can he do? For example, knight takes c7. It's a bad move because of rook d8, checkmate immediately, right? Why? Because knight cannot take the rook because there is a pin, right? And king e7 cannot be played because of the bishop, and also king d8 cannot be played because the bishop is guarding the rook on d8. So this is game over. So after knight c7, he must play the move king to f8. And now, what a move we have. Rook d8 check. We're doing a check. We're telling, okay, black's king, what can you do? You must take with the knight on d8. And now we are bringing the queen into the game. Queen e8, it's a checkmate. So we are sacrificing a knight, and after it at the rook, and we have a checkmate on e8. Brilliant checkmate. You know, I think that also rook d8 immediately, it's a checkmate because knight takes d8, the only move for black. And now knight c7 check, also knight d6 check. It's also good. King f8 and queen e8. It's a checkmate immediately. So white is winning. Great. Let's do another one. Come on. Okay, so what about this position? Queen against queen, rook against rook, knight against knight, bishop against bishop. So the evaluation of the pieces, we have like 7 pawns against 7 pawns, equal position. But how we are opening this king? The f8 king. We have a rook very close to the king. We have a knight. We have a bishop. We have a queen. So how can we do it? So queen takes f6. It's a very, very good sacrifice. G takes f6. Bishop come to h6 check. Of course, king g8 is the only move because king takes c7 is illegal because of this knight. So king g8 and now knight takes f6. It's a checkmate with these 3 pieces. The rook is covering this row, this bishop covering this diagonal, and the knight attacking the king. Checkmate. White is winning. Let's do another one. Oh, this is beautiful one. So we have rook against rook against knight, and knight against knight. So we are up an exchange, right? But as you can see, the rook is under attack, the knight is under attack, and we must see the checkmate. So what can we do? Rook b7 check. This is the first move. If he's playing the move king e8, a8 of course, so it's very simple. Rook a5 check, knight a6, and rook takes a6. It's a checkmate immediately. But what can we say and can we do after king c8? Beautiful. Oh, I know. Rook b8 check. We are sacrificing another rook. King takes b8 is the only move, of course, because king d7 cannot be played because of this rook. So he's playing the move king takes b8, and now rook d8 check mate because the king is under attack and the white king just avoiding from bringing himself to a7 or b7. So it's a checkmate. White won the game. Okay, let's do another one. So what about these positions? So we are done rook, right? Queen against queen, knight against knight, bishop against bishop. We have 4 pawns against 4 pawns, and the king is not safe at all here. How can we attack it? So the first check that I can see here is queen h6 check. Okay, what black will do? You can see it in your head. So for example, king g8 is the best move in the position. So which check do we have? Another one, right? Queen h8 check, right? Because the knight is covering this queen. He must take the knight on f7 with the king, and after it we will go back to h7 with the checkmate because this bishop is doing a great job in this diagonal, and this queen will eat the king on f7 and it will be a checkmate. So I really want to know if you succeeded to see it in your head, because you know chess is very complicated and every calculation it's really important for you. So this is chess. Let's do it together. Queen h6 check, king g8, queen h8 check, king takes f7, and now queen h7 checkmate immediately. So after queen h6 check, if he's taking the knight immediately, just queen h7, checkmate in 2. Great, another one, the 8 in this video. Let's do it together, come on. So we have queen against queen, rook against rook, rook against rook, knight against knight. We are down 2 bishops. Oh, it's a bad position. Oh, queen h1 is threatening. We must do it fast. Queen f7 check, king d8, and now we understand that the king is not feeling safety at all here. We must attack it. But how? We are sacrificing queen, queen takes d7, knight takes d7, and now knight f7 check, and you can see that the rook is working so good here, and the king cannot go here, and it's a checkmate immediately. What a checkmate with the rook and a knight. Brilliant solution. Let's do another one. Come on. Okay, so what about, oh, this is nice, really nice. You can stop the video, think by yourself. It's a quiet move. This is my hint for you guys. So we have a queen against queen, bishop against bishop, 2 rooks against 2 rooks, right? And we have a bishop up, so we are winning position, but we have a checkmate. How can we do it, right? So we want to bring the rook to h8, but he will take us, so it's not so good. And now we have a very beautiful move, queen f6. Really quiet move, and the idea is just to play rook h8. For example, if he's playing the move d3, for example, rook h8 check, bishop takes, and queen takes h8, or rook takes h8, it's a checkmate immediately, right? Queen takes, or also rook takes, it's a checkmate. And yeah, and if black's taking the queen on f6, we just taking with g pawn, and the next move will be rook h8, and black cannot do anything to avoid from checkmate in 1. So queen f6, quiet move, and you are just, just threatening rook h8 with any things to do for black. So the game is winning, white giving a checkmate. Let's do the last one of this video, my friends. We are coming to the end. So we have rook against rook, knight and a bishop against rook, and we have 3 pawns against 2 pawns, right? So the bishop is under attack, but what can you say about the king? So this king is not feeling well at all because he cannot go anywhere, so we must attack it, right? How can we attack it? For example, knight d3, it's a good check, but it's not a checkmate. For example, rook a4 is a check, but the king is moving away to g3 and or to e3, and yeah, it's not the best. So how can we win it? For example, g3. Oh, this beautiful move. g3 check, h takes. Oh, Nitzan, what you're doing? Oh no, what I'm doing? But no, rook f3 check. You are sacrificing a pawn, and after it a rook. Rook takes f3, the only move, and now knight to g2. It's a checkmate, right? King e3 cannot be played because of the knight. King e4, king e5 cannot be played because of the king, and king f5 because this pawn. So g3, the idea was also to provide the knight d square for checking mate here, right? H takes g3, rook f3, rook is taking, and knight g2. It's a checkmate immediately, and white is winning. So ladies and gentlemen, this was a mate in 3. You must see the checkmate in 4. It will be, oh, amazing. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. See you very soon. Bye bye.